All right, guys, welcome to NSL Weekly Podcast. This is our, I think, fourth episode. I'm trying to make sure we get this on every week. So I think I've been pretty good about it since we've started. I think this is at least once a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on it. So doing my part here, and we're getting people to join. I think going to Discord really helped out on that because y'all know when I'm doing it now, and I don't have to PM everybody. So I don't know if does it help y'all? Does it give y'all better? Do y'all know when it? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
At least King says yes. So
how do you use Discord?
How do y'all like the move to Discord so far? I know some of y'all were 50-50 on it. What are you thinking, JR? You like Discord, right? You don't care about it.
Yeah. I use it already for 2K. So
yeah. So
how
about you?
Xbox chat mixing up and shit.
Yeah. How about you, King? You feeling okay about it?
Yeah, I think it isn't even a question. I mean, being able to tag everybody and everything, the announcements, and having the links to everything. I've got the whole list of everyone in NSL, and then I've been in other leagues before, and that's in my contact list as well. But the entire contact list is easy to find and search. Mm-hmm. I mean, no complaints.
The announcements are really easy to look at. So it's very easy for me. Since the update, we've had to kind of scramble to make the gameplay feel right, and it's been really easy to do with all these changes we've made through the announcements. So we'll see how that's kind of nice. How about you, Ravens? You really wanted it to happen anyways. You enjoying it? You think it's working out so far?
Oh yeah, it's 100% better. It's like a huge upgrade. I love it.
Yeah, offers a lot of things the group me just can't, and it's so much more organized for me because group me, if I do group messages, I have to scroll all the way down to ASL, NSL. It gets kind of, now it's just everything's where I need it to be. Country Kane, you never really said one way or another. How are you feeling?
I was familiar with Discord before. I've used it, and I think it's easy.
Yeah, it is easy. It took a while for us to get acquainted with it, but I don't feel like it's caused any problems. No missed games because of it. I'm really happy with the switch. I'm glad we did it, and believe it or not, it was a coin flip to decide whether or not we were going to do it this season, and the coin flip to go to it. So it was actually a beer bottle cap.
Just some kind of clarification there.
It was a beer bottle cap, actually, but the beer bottle cap said go to Discord. So me and Rabbit were talking in a pre-season chat to make sure we were on the same page, and we went forward, and the beer bottle cap said to switch it up. So how's your season going? Let me start with me. I'm 2-3. I have nothing resembling an offense. I've scored 2 offensive touchdowns in 5 games, and that's being generous. I can't get my run game going. I don't have a second to pass the ball, so passing game. Anybody that knows me knows I like a deep passing game, so I've had to abandon that completely, try to go a short passing game, and even that's usually results in 4 or 5 picks. So I have been absolutely demolished my last 2 games. I think I've been scored 26-3 and then 30-0, and I played that one drunk, and I got even drunker into halfway of that game. So
that might be the problem.
No, I knew that. I knew it was coming after I just played the Rams. The Eagles are the Rams 2.0. They got that great defensive line and that great offensive line, and that great offensive line would neutralize my great pass rush, and I don't have the same advantage. And they essentially what I thought was going to happen. So we'll see what happens with that. We're still trying to make adjustments for the game, guys. I know it's not where it needs to be. It still plays very clunky. The run game's still off. Not very many people run it. We're working on it, man. We're trying to see what we're doing here. Throwing some things around. I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. I mean, we're not done moving it. I know year one's rough. I know we're keep switching stuff, and I know that kind of gets a little difficult, guys, and you guys can't play with what we're trying to play with, and we're trying, I promise, man. It sucks that I did all this testing, and then the update changed the way the game played 100%. So, but anyways, that's my season. I do want to say in ASL, my season is Cadillac, and I am 4-1 with the Jags, with the Texans. I just today put funny thing. Napleman beat me. This is how I know it's not play calling. Napleman beat the grass out of me in NSL. I go to him in ASL and I beat him 28-0 with the Texans. He did. I don't believe he crossed midfield.
I have to play him. I have to play him tonight, I think.
So,
but the Texans have amazing defense too, though.
They're gonna play a fucking Rams. God damn.
Yeah.
it.
So tell me how that happens, where you go from playing in a span of a day and a half. I think we played each other like one day later. You go from getting your like having no offense, not being able to move the ball, and it just flip flopping like that. I don't get it. But my ASL season's going good. My Vikings. It doesn't help that Everson Griffin, Trey Waynes, and my left tackle Riley Reef are also hurt for the next 4 games either. So it's not going well. The positive is it looks like I'm going to have probably the best left tackle in the league next year, the best rookie left tackle in the league. So we'll see what happens. All right, enough about me, JR. You're in a game right now. How's that game going? How's the rest of your season going?
I'm up 31-3. It better be 38-3 because I just got a pick 6.
Hey, I appreciate you doing that for me. I really need the Packers to suck.
I need
Looks like
this win, man. Right now, I'm 1-3.
The Lions don't have a lot of
I beat
talent.
the Jets, but then I faced Lamar, Pink, and BM.
Yeah, well, that's not a good. Lamarck's a good player. Pink's a great player.
Yeah.
They're all great, but BM is the Patriots. They get some.
That defense is hard to throw. I don't care what you say about that. They're hard to throw them, man.
They are, and they are the Patriots. So Madden gives them some love. All right, King of the Northwest. What's your thoughts? How's your season going with Mr. Nub Glubs Sequim? Is it Sequim? I don't know. Shaquem. Yeah, Griffin.
So the same deal with the offense, man. I can't run the ball. I've gotten some passing touchdowns. Julius Thomas has been really good for me. That's one of my free agent pickups at the beginning. I knew I needed someone who had some size and can go get the ball, dude. Because I have Will Disley, and he was the best run blocking tight end. So I have him in 2 sets, so it's perfect for me.
I actually picked up Julius last year in free agency. Dude was a stud. Catches everything. I picked him up in ASL. I
ran him on a fucking hitch and go with a corner, dude, and he no question caught that ball for a touchdown last game like nothing, dude. I was like, cool.
Picked him up in ASL, got hurt in the first play of the game, out for 8 weeks. So go ahead. How's the rest of your season going?
So I'm 2-2. I got Napleman, the 4-0 Rams tonight. That's going to be a fucking disaster. I already know. I can't run the ball.
Your offensive line's as bad as mine, so good luck with that.
My defense is I went to a 3-4, and so I got Shaquem in the middle. I got Clark on the outside, and I like my linebackers to be able to cover. Dude, he doesn't cover shit. So, and Shaquem's soft right now, and so my run game, my run defense isn't good. I'm really liking what I see out of Bradley McDougald and Earl Thomas's place because that was kind of a big trade. So it's been working out. But I got lucky with Cam there, so yeah.
I feel like my offense is like that old Chiefs offense. We can't run well, and we make up for it by not passing well.
Yeah,
we make up for that.
I'm not liking what I see out of Tyler Lockett. I'm trying to dish him. He's a really good receiver. I'm really not liking what I see out of him. He's too small for me personally. I got Doug. He's my small guy. I don't need Tyler. I need him gone.
Tyler.
Please, I really want send me Kenny Galladay, please, JR. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
Galladay is my slot.
No,
Diego, you go.
Tyler,
I heard you go. Diego, I heard you going to the Super Bowl. Go ahead and
is a beast, and he's
let Galladay. He's not moving Galladay. Diego, how's your season going? You're. I heard you're.
Let's take Marvin.
Well,
Diego.
I started 0-3. I started horrible, and I felt like a 5-year-old kid playing the game. I didn't know what to do anymore. It was like I had no idea what to do. I was really, really like my feet were in concrete.
Welcome to the club.
I just changed the playbook. I changed the playbook to the New England playbook on offense and defense. And all of a sudden, man, I gotta tell you, my whole season turned around. Even with Lamar in this last game against who did I play? Who did I play? I played Extreme. Oh, Extreme. I had a Griffin in. Griffin Jr. came in and he did a great job. He did a great job for me. No picks, two touchdown passes. I ran good. I've been running better though. That's one thing. I'm running at least 20 times a game.
Wait, did Lamar get hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt in the game against Pittsburgh where I won 9-3. He got hurt in the last quarter towards the end of the game. But I don't know how he got hurt because he barely got touched. I kind of slid him. Maybe I slid him a little too late, and all of a sudden he got hurt for 5 games.
Got to bring in those baseball players to teach them how to slide, man.
There goes your rookie of the year, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. But my defense is good, though. I'm playing good defense. That's good. And
Griffin plays remarkably similar to Lamar, though, right? So it's not a huge,
Yeah. I ran him for over 50 yards. Not that I'm trying to run. I'm not trying to run these guys, okay? I just don't want to throw a pick. So if my first read's out there and I quickly look to the second, I feel pressured, I'm going up the middle. And, 90% of my runs are up the middle. Once in a blue moon, I run outside because I got a guy coming in from behind me really fast. So I got to outrun him. But other than that, up the middle, I have no problem running with the quarterback.
You running Alex Collins?
Was that?
You running Alex Collins?
Yeah.
I'm really I'm pissed Seattle let him go. He's such a fucking stud, dude.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to tell you guys that's important. And I mentioned this in the chat, but nobody responded. There's an issue. I don't know if it's me. It might be me, though. When I run to the strong side, let's say on a toss or a stretch, I'll always run, a regular acceleration. And then when I pass up the last guy that I can break through around the corner, then I accelerate. When I hit the acceleration button, my man freezes. And I've missed a bunch of long runs. He just stops, and he freezes, and then I get tackled.
I've been overloading the weak side runs for that reason.
Do you have that issue? Because I think it's me. I'm pushing the acceleration button too much, too hard.
Nah. You're supposed to hit it when you get free. You're not supposed to freeze. That's not natural. I've definitely been overloading the weak side runs. I mean, I get my strong side runs in, but I'm definitely going 70-30 weak because that shit's fucked up. And until they fix it, I mean, why am I going to freeze? Why am I going to put myself in that situation?
It doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened enough that I don't want to even do the run.
What I try and do for my strong side runs is I try and go ISO. I mean, if I don't go ISO, I'm going toss because anything that's a handoff off tackle, then you're screwed. So if you go ISO, you go toss, you're good.
Yeah.
That's
interesting. You can break some good runs. You can break some good runs.
Also, keep in mind the read option is really good for just a straight handoff play. Like you're bound to get yards because the tackle works really well on defending the outside on that one. So,
okay.
But
all right, Country Kane, how's your season going?
It is not going well. I'm winless right now. The thing is, I've been in each game, but I've lost close games. The biggest reason is turnovers.
Khalil Mack, right?
No, I don't have Mac. But my turnovers is my biggest thing. Because, this last game, I just lost 3-0 to the Browns. I moved the ball up and down the field, but every time I got in range to score, I got a turnover.
You got me there, Bert.
Yeah, John Gruden's not doing much better either, so it's a rough season for the Raider Nation, I guess, all around. What do you feel like the biggest upgrade to your team is going to have to be this offseason?
I'm thinking I got to do something about the secondary.
Yeah, they're a little off. I think a lot of secondaries are pretty weak this Madden. I like how Matt Madden decided to make lines matter this year, and then they made all the linemen 70 overalls. That really fucked over most teams here. I see Verky in the chat. He's a little upset with how his game's going. JR, I'm guessing you're still taking it to him here.
Well, he just scored. I tried to use a SWAT, and then it made me misjump it. But I'm up 38-10.
Hey, well,
it's almost the end of the third.
Appreciate you taking the W. If somebody could give Marv that L too, that would be nice.
Like I switched my running backs up, but I ain't switched my quarterback. Castle sucks.
Is that who the Lions backup is? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I hope to get my season turned around. All right, guys, we've had the game for a while now, for about over a month now. If you could change one thing about the game, you think that one thing needs to – I think I asked this to NSL last week or ASL last week, this podcast. What's something you think that they're still not fixed and you played it now, it's still not fixed, JR?
Super linebackers and super cornerbacks.
Yeah, okay. That's a fairly easy answer. King, you like to use her. Do you think that linebacker? No, you want it. You like it the way it is.
Well, no. I don't use her. Not usually. No.
Okay.
I'm not good enough. I give up big plays. I've been really trying, and I've been doing it more for sure. But like, I'm not good.
I'm like you. I only do it on short yardage down to stop those drags.
Right. So my thing. We can talk all day about the gameplay. We can talk all day about how they need to improve this shit. What I enjoyed before with Madden, when I first started playing, my first game was 06, okay? The intimacy in these games, the way they tracked the stats. We got stories. We got all of this stuff. This stuff is important. We like to immerse ourselves in this. We like to be a part of this. You know, this is bare bones bullshit is what they're giving us. They're giving us they're giving us pictures without color is what they're giving us. I mean, it's straight garbage. And what they're really lacking here is intimacy, and I think love and respect for the game in itself. And it really is a slap in the face to the people that spend their money on this shit, to the people that fucking have been spending the money on this shit since the 90s, okay? It's fucked up, and I think that something needs to be done. And
you're talking about 06 and the things they had in there. They had the radio show, they had holdouts, they had different contract options. Yeah, 06 was a good game.
Yeah.
Rabbit, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the podcast. Co-owner, ASL guy. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Sorry I missed out at the first, but I just came off. I needed a rebound win, and I got one. Beat the undefeated Cardinals. So
always nice to finally get a W.
So let's go.
How's your season going in NSL there, Rabbit?
I think
oh my god,
1-2. Lost the pink, of course. That was a struggle, and then lost the nail biter to Magic and the Bengals. He had an awesome play by Mixon that ran over dude and then went 0 to 100 in about 2 seconds.
I saw that game. Yeah, I actually saw that. I was at work. I was just watching that game because that's how awesome my work is.
So that's always good.
Yeah. I was talking earlier. I think you can echo my sentiments on this. That we obviously know our league isn't where it needs to be gameplay wise, and we're still trying to get that straightened out. I think you can agree with that. That we're not done. This isn't a finished product. We did testing beforehand, but it went out the window. We're still trying to get this working. I mean, can you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, definitely. We kind of went through the same thing last year. We rolled it back to all pro and then messed with sliders for a little bit to where I think it came out to be a pretty enjoyable experience. And
yeah, year 2 going on, I think we finally got it straightened out last year. So
yeah, it's just the patch that fucked us and got us off.
No.
That's all.
And we got the Saints coming in. What's up, Saints? How you doing? How's your season going, buddy?
Fucking horrible. Dude,
this is supposed to be your year, man. You stuck with the Saints last year. So they got this great team. What's the problem now, man?
Dude, I cannot run the fucking ball. For how much I tried draws, I tried stretches. I even tried to go in the fucking in between the gaps, and I can't get shit going with Alvin at all.
Yeah. I feel you there, man. I think I've averaged.
With the O-line is perfectly fine. They all have good run block. They're all pretty good. For some reason these DNs are just so damn quick.
I feel you. Really makes your game. It really makes it hard to formulate a drive when you're all right. You're getting one play that's a negative yard play every time or a 1 yard run. Yeah, feel you there. It's definitely something we're working on. We're still definitely still trying.
I was like, at the beginning of the season, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go with Bridgewater. You know, he's a young guy. He's got a good arm, 92 power. I mean, he's good. He just needs a little bit on the accuracy for deep ball. I said he's young. I can do this. Fucking second game, Achilles tear or some shit like that. No, not Achilles tear. I think it was like a sprained Achilles or some shit. So he's out for like 6 weeks. I'm like, fuck, here we go. I have to go with the old man again.
And we
quarterback there.
We all know how Breeze is in Madden. I'm not a fan. I will never pay Breeze money again. I don't know what the hell I thought. Like, let me go sign Breeze. Nope, he ruined my season.
But you know, it seems like I'm getting off to the same bad start as last year. You know, shitty quarterback. You know, the running was actually a lot better last year, I think, personally. But maybe I just haven't found my whole little swag yet in the running game. I mean, I think after this first season, after they make a few updates and kind of, you know, tweak it a little bit, and I can get back into the whole Madden swing of things, I think we should be fine.
Well, that's the problem is they did tweak it.
Yeah. Oh. Fair enough.
They tweaked it to no running? Shit.
Yeah, well, the running was hard from the rip, so I don't know that they tweaked that to make it any.
Now it just makes all of us, whoever's having an issue with running, makes us all one-dimensional, and everybody can just play a pass defense or blitz a corner and just play up a little bit more, and you know they're in there.
There's a lot of one-dimensional teams. If you got a good lead line, it's like the good lead. You're for some reason Madden doesn't realize that some guys are good. Really good run blockers, but just terrible pass blockers. And some guys are really good pass blockers, just terrible run blockers. For Madden, they have either you're a good lineman and you're good at both, or you're a bad lineman and you're bad at both. They don't have a good example is Brent Jones, our center from the Giants we took. He's probably going to move to left guard, but he was really good. He was a top 5 rated.
So I can move out? I'm sorry about that. Let me mute myself real quick. I'm sorry.
He's about to get in a fight over in the parking lot. Wrote a bunch of this shit. Brent Jones, he graded top 5 in Pro Football Focus in pass blocking last year, and he was like rated really low in run blocking. But Madden, he's a 69 overall because as far as Madden knows, there's only one. He's either a good lineman or a bad lineman. There's no in between with Madden. It's really disheartening. So. One of the issues with Madden, but we were going over that. One thing that I'll tell you know, I'm gonna go, JR. I want you to say one thing that you feel like that really got improved since you played the game so far. Like, do you think something's better this year than last year?
Than last year, well, the passing was better. Now, like on All Pro, it's a little bit better, but it's like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the user on defense is better, I think. I wasn't able to user no safety or corner last year. And like I can this year, like I can't do the middle safety. I'll go to the end because it's a shorter amount of field you got to cover. I can't do linebacker, but
Rabbit, you go through
too quick at linebacker.
You go through the struggles I do. We're trying to find a balance to this game to make it feel like a balanced game. What do you think? What are something that they still got to work on really badly this year, and something they can improve, or something that's really they fixed?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if they fix anything. You know, after the patch, it looks like they had regression fixed, and it's back to what it always was. You know, 29, you're over the hill. Everybody loses everything. And you know, just to echo the O-line piece, you know, they just kind of screwed that. There's 3 or 4 teams that were kind of OP from the get-go, so we're all going to be playing catch-up to them. Hopefully they, you know, got big salaries, and, you know, some of us other folks will be able to get some good free agents, but overpay for them. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah. Definitely trying here.
I'm sorry about that, gents. I'm back.
All right, Saints. Something that you think that Madden has still not fixed. It's really plaguing Madden, and something that you think they improved this year.
You broke up. I couldn't hear you.
I bet. Something you think that still broken in Madden needs to be fixed, and then something that you feel like got improved this year.
Of course, I think broken that they still need to fix is the running game. What I think they improved on, it is a little bit tougher for deep balls. I mean, the corners are a lot more competitive. I will have to say that. I can't get a deep ball off for shit. Well, scratch the run, and I've had an issue with a lot of catching. Even with the run after catch. I hit the run after catch. I've done beat the guy by 4 or 5 steps. And you guys seen the video. And it's happened several times. And it would like kind of glitch out, like he wouldn't catch it. I was reading on the forums that a lot of people were talking about the run after catch button and how it was glitching out some of the deep balls. So I think that's one thing that they need to work on, other than my bitch and complaining about the running.
Okay, I agree. Catching, I don't know. That's a whole issue. How about you, King of the Southwest? We've had the game for a month now. You've been in the league. What's something that's still broken, regardless of sliders or all pro, all Madden? And what's something?
I've been playing a lot of 2K. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this. What if we, with these deep balls, with our run after catch, with our aggressive catch, and with the possession catch, okay? And you have 3 different moves for your defensive guys. You got your SWAT, you got your interception, and then you got what? Play receiver? Do we have 3 of them, Per?
Yeah. Play receiver's the last one.
Okay. So listen to me here. What if we could gauge like a shot meter, kind of like on these fucking deep balls, where we have to time the fucking button and we have to do it and compete against the other guy. Whoever gets the better timing wins the fucking the contest. Because how else are we gonna get a fucking even fucking matchup on these balls where we're not getting glitches? Like a shot meter on a catch. Some of these big plays. I mean, what if we get? It would have to maybe take a slowed down reaction time, maybe like a slow-mo animation, but anything to make these deep balls better and make these catches more realistic and shit like that. I'd rather see an NFL film style catch than some glitchy ass bullshit. If that means I got to see some slow motion, animations to get my good shit, so be it.
Okay, well, what's something you feel like is improved?
I think definitely the fluidity of the quarterback position. I like the fact that we can break tackles. These guys are the guys that can scramble are moving out of these tackles and being able to break free, so we're not just stuck back there like robots. So
that's actually good. Those improved ratings, the throw under pressure and the quarterback break sack, also great. Yeah. I think good. Sorry. Great additions. I'll give you that. That's actually a good addition. Diego, you play this every year. Something that still needs to be fixed. Something that you think got fixed.
Well, I noticed that still the defensive linemen follow the offensive linemen. Instead of going after the quarterback, he's got a clear route. All of a sudden, he just turns into him. But once he gets past him, it's okay. But towards the line of scrimmage, a little bit beyond it, he will follow the offensive lineman. I saw it today, actually. On a head-to-head competition I had today, it was horrendous. It was really bad. So I still see that once in a while. I do agree with the quarterback, with the pressure and being able to run. But I do see also, I've seen you guys seeing this too, where you're ahead of the guy by maybe 3 yards, and he always dives and makes the shoelace tackle.
Yeah,
very far behind.
Madden's physics engine is terrible to begin with, so.
Yeah, and like I said, running to the right, the guy freezes if you accelerate. So that's a glitch they have right now. It's a pretty big glitch for me because I always try to run. So
yeah, I had that a lot last year. Diego. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen it yet this year. But I had that like a pitch or a sweep or something, or you get out in the flats and he just slows down.
Oh yeah. So it's like he doesn't want to take off.
You know what I would love to see again? Who remembers playing 2004 with Vic on the cover, where you could actually, when you scrambled out the pocket or you moved out of the pocket, flushed out, that you could press the right stick a certain way and it will break the closest receiver off to kind of shadow you?
That was Playmaker back in the day. That was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why they don't bring that back? Something to help, change it up a little bit.
Technically still in the game, but it breaks the defense a little bit. If you hold left stick and tap it, it'll do it. But we banned it from our league, so.
Oh, okay.
But you can still do it. It's still in the game, and it really confuses the defense dramatically. Like they just have no clue what you're doing if you do that. It becomes especially if you do it, combine it with a rollout, can be a little bit OP. Kane, let's go, buddy. Something that's something fixed, something that they improve, man. Let's get positive on that, and we're working forward towards here.
I kind of agree with what JR said. I like the user on defense. You can be a little versatile now. Like I kind of like user in the secondary a little bit now.
I remember back in the day, usering in the safety was the user to beat. Nobody used the linebackers before probably the jump to 360. I think 360 is probably where the jump happened, but people used to use safeties 100%. That was the user to use, was a safety. I used to use them myself.
For 15, for real.
Yeah, that was the safety to use, and that I always liked. I felt like user and safeties is a little bit more realistic than user and linebackers because then you would be taking away jump balls. You know, you'd be in charge of the deep. You'd let the computer run short, and if they wanted to try you, they would try you. And middle linebackers, you take away too much of the field. User safeties, you would take away usually your part of the field. So I agree with that. I hope they go back to that. Something they think they still need to improve?
Something to improve is right now it's just getting used to the line. It seems like all the linemen are horrible when it comes to pass blocking.
Very bad. Yeah, you are the Raiders. You actually have a great line. You shouldn't be facing that. You got Rodney
but
Hudson.
I do have the issue.
Rodney Hudson, KO, man. I would kill for you. If you want to trade your linemen to me, be my guest, dude. I will take them all day. I need them. Give me all of them. I'll give you first, second, fourth. I don't care. You can have my whole draft. Just give me your line. Let's switch lines. You give me your draft, and I'll give you my draft. That'll work? Deal?
No deal.
I'll switch your lines.
No. I need you to get out of here, JR. Get the hell out of here with that shit. What's your line? The Lions actually spent somewhere along the lines of like $10 million a year on 4 out of 5 of their linemen. So they're supposed to have a premier line.
On the injury list, though.
I don't need those guys. Something I think they need to be improved. I feel like, and I know they don't want it, they can't do it, and they're not going to do it because it's going to hurt their mutt community. Is the ball trajectory? Oh, we're losing people. Is the ball trajectory? Fix the ball trajectory and make people go like Kane said. Make people go back to using safeties. I'm okay with user if it's a safety because you're not taking away so much of the field. But I want to get that ball over the linebacker's head. I want to get that ball over the cornerback's head. I am sick and tired of seeing the stop, no-look 360 interceptions. Get that shit out of the game immediately. If you get that out of the game, I'll be happy. Just take that. But in the update, they improved it, so that's something that I guess they won in the game, even though I've never, ever seen it in an NFL game. Something they improved are the graphics. I felt like that was their focus this year. The game looks beautiful right before you hike the ball, and it really is. I've said for a couple years now I felt like the graphics were not on par with the video games of today. That's just not true now. They look beautiful. They're still not as good as 2Ks, and they're still not as good as most video games, but they're next gen now, which is they're really good looking. Some other things I like were the added attributes, which I feel like you had to have. We needed those going. I feel like they shouldn't stop, and I feel like they also need to tell people what these attributes do because some of them are still kind of like, all right, that's cool and all, but what's strength do for offensive linemen? What's strength do for defensive linemen? What's elusiveness do? Do you guys know what elusiveness and the difference between elusiveness and break tackle is for a halfback? Because I don't. I know when they describe Dalvin Cook, they say he's one of the most elusive backs in the league. But what does that mean in Madden terms? Should he have break tackle? Should he have elusiveness? Is elusiveness how quickly you could? I don't know. I really don't. You can try and look it up.
And how does strength correlate to break tackle? Like, how do these relate to each other?
Yeah, and Marshawn Lynch.
With your body weight, right.
Marshawn Lynch is a strong dude, what does that have to do? What does strength have to do with running backs? So does that mean if you got a weak guy, he's going to tackle? Like there's so many things that I just don't know.
I can tell you a little bit they're going to like how 2K does with the archetypes. And it seems like if you have a power back, that they're going to break more of like up the gut, and the speed backs are the ones that can juke a little bit better, and they're making them more effective the higher it is like within that archetype. If you play with the power back and use your power back for power backing, they're gonna ball on over depending on how good the ratings are for it. And a lot of it has to do with your scheme this year. Like,
I don't know, man. I think you're giving Madden too much credit for what they do.
No. I'm talking about your practice scheme, not what you're calling on the field.
I think
your
you're giving back.
Scheme does.
All right, Berkey.
It does a little bit.
The definition, real quick, the definition of elusiveness on Madden's app is how well the runner jukes, makes spin moves, and breaks tackles. So,
but they have attributes for all those. So what does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe
you don't know. Berkey, what's up, man? Let me ask you what I asked everybody else. How's your season going? I know you were the start of my 0-3 downfall, and you beat the crap out of me. How's it been going since then?
Terrible. Nothing good. And I played coach since then. I beat coach in an ugly game, and then ugly fucking game against Nem, and now JR was just whooping my ass. He was up 35 at halftime. So it's not going good. I don't know. I fucking hate it, but
we're trying here, man. I want to say what I said to Rabbit and Gab. We're trying, man. I know the game isn't where it needs to be right now. We really are. I don't know. We're going to figure something out here.
I definitely or anybody in the league for the season.
Season 1's going to be rough. That's just the reality of it. And I wish it wasn't like that, and I felt like the testing was going to prevent that, but it's just not the case. Bert, something that you think Madden still needs to fix, something that they actually improved this year?
They need to fix every catching mechanic. The tip picks are back. I didn't see them.
They're really bad.
I just had one 20 yards down the field against me. Like, when the fuck is the ball ever tipped 20 yards down the field in the NFL? Ever. Come on.
To counter that, the tip catches on offense are happening a lot more.
I had one of those, too, with Valdez-Scantling. Tipped 3 times.
The tip picks just look off. They don't even look realistic. It's just like, they look like they're playing volleyball out there. It's really stupid. Yeah. All right, well, what's something they actually improved this year?
Nothing. The graphics, like you said last time.
Yeah, well, I echoed that right now, so the graphics are very good. Okay, let's talk about some more NSL stuff. I don't want to make all these podcasts harping on how bad Madden is. We all know it is. We're playing, and yet we still are all here. We like the pain and suffering. Let's go. I'm gonna name. I would be too. I have been. I've scored 2 touchdowns in 5 games, 2 offensive touchdowns in 5 games. I'm not happy with my season, but we'll go to undefeateds, and we're going to figure out, regardless of the switching and all that, what do you think of these, and who's going to stay undefeated going forward? We got the Broncos and Jay Hurley 4-0. He's figured out whatever the fucking magic trick is to Madden, and apparently is a Madden god now, according to himself. We got Magic Mike and the 4-0 Bengals, who Rabbit lawsuit on a Joe Mixon dump-off stiff arm. I'm sorry.
I wish you would give me a hand job.
I believe it was a 70-yard hand job just all the way downfield. It was amazing. Dallas Cowboys, Pig, 4-0. Yeah, we all knew that. Why did we give him the Cowboys with that offensive line? Should have gave him the
There ain't nothing you can do against him.
The Rams, 4-0. Fuck the Rams. They like I said, Napleman beat the dog piss out of me. He put me in a gutter. He raped me. I'm probably going to file some charges against him. But then in ASL, I beat him 28-0. So I got my boys, and we got and raped him back. And the last undefeated here, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, who after I got raped, decided to, while I was down and out, rape me some more. He just beat the Grace Windu, beat the dog shit out of me. That was a terrible game, offensively deep. It was impressively how bad I got beat. I'm used to being I feel like a pretty decent Madden player, but these guys have killed me. So saying all that, who do you think is going to be the last undefeated? I'm going to go Grace. I'm going to go over Pink. I think a lot of this Madden, how it's set up right now, has less to do with the user and a lot to do with your roster. And I feel like the Eagles have a better roster all around than the Cowboys. So I'm going to go with Grace Windu myself. Rabbit, who do you think is going to remain the last undefeated out of those people? We got Pink, Napleman, Grace Windu, Jay Hurley, and Magic.
I want to go with the dark horse and say Magic. I think that I don't know when the Eagles and Cowboys play each other this year, but I think they'll split it one way or the other. But the Bengals have a pretty favorable schedule, so I think I'm going to go with old Magic.
The fact that he's an ASL or the AFC is a pretty favorable schedule. Berkey, who do you got going remaining the last undefeated? You got to play some of these guys. I think you got to play the Rams this year with me. Yeah, let's have fun with that one together.
I probably have to play them too.
Yeah, you do too. Yeah, so I'll have fun playing the effing Rams.
I'm gonna go with Hurley. Case closed. He's been putting in work. I mean, up on the bottom of our screen, he's 5-0. I think he won again.
I'm just going off of Daddy Leaks. He probably is. He probably is.
Yeah.
Case closed over there. Okay, I'll give you that. JR, who you got?
Man, I got Pink. I'm so upset about that loss, man. Like at halftime, I had negative 20, 40 passing yards because my dudes kept 10 yards downfield and run 50 back.
Hey, Pink is Pink, man. I want somebody to shake him down. I'd rather it be Napleman or Grace.
I didn't do nothing. He was up over 30 points at the end of the first quarter.
That's rough. That's rough.
It was sort of okay, I'm going through the motions now.
King, me and you bottom feeders about 500 football here. What do you think? Who's going to be who's going to remain the last undefeated in NSL?
I'm going to have to agree with JR, man. This guy's proven, from what I've seen, Madden after Madden, that he's an exceptional Madden player, period. And that's not a diss. Some people are Madden players, and that's a diss. This guy's a great Madden player, period. And, his roster doesn't hurt him. It's very well known that this motherfucker who does the ratings is a Cowboys fan through and goddamn through. So they're stacked, period.
They are stacked. They're a really good roster.
He's currently down 13.
That with his skill, and I mean, I don't see any reason why he has to lose or could lose.
He's currently down.
He definitely could lose. Will lose.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me add H2O in there. He technically doesn't have a loss. He has a 3-0-1 tie. So, Ravens. Who do you got, Diego? Say it remain undefeated going forward.
Well, the only person that I've really played, because I'm basically new to the league, I really haven't been around like most of the guys in here, has been Magic, and he destroyed me. So I can't really tell about the other guys. Magic is the Bengals, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he got me really good.
Okay.
So
I'll take that. Kane, who you got, man? Which one of these juggernauts?
I would say Pink. I say that strictly because I think he's set up with a roster that really fits him. I believe Grace would be a close second, but I think overall, with him having the running back that he has, I think that'll be a difference.
Yep, and that can be blamed on me. I had to have the Panthers, and believe me, I tried to get him in another team. Like practically begged a couple other teams to switch, and they didn't want to do it. In the end, I took second favorite team, Charles, the Panthers. So sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I heard you had a third favorite in the Packers recently. So.
I just like to give you a hard time. Whoever the playing, that's
I I heard he has a third pair in the lines that want to switch.
No, I don't think so. No more switching. I got in right at the deadline.
Yeah,
So you've got quarterbacks this year, man. All right, let me ask you this: you guys seen the rosters now for the draft? Is there anybody you've seen that you got to have them? I know you probably don't want to give them away, but who you got Oliver on there, you got the Bosa brother, but who's that one guy you're looking at still? You're like, I need this guy. For me, I haven't looked specifically, but it's any offensive lineman that is good. I'm gonna have my draft board, and it's gonna have only offensive linemen down the entire board. So if I pick another position besides offensive lineman, you can slap me because I need 40 of them. I need starters. I need backups. I need practice squads. I need more than I needed them last year. Last year, they weren't as important. This year, I need them. I need all linemen. I need them.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going after Debo, then after that, it's all line.
I knew you'd be all over Debo.
It's the only South Carolina player in the band.
Well, that's your fault because if there were other draftable South Carolina players, I asked for you to give me their names. Rabbit, who you? I put it in the notifications.
Yeah, I look at it every once in a while.
Rabbit, who's somebody that if you have a chance at you're gonna get? Is it Oliver or Bosa brother?
No, I mean, like you, I've paid more attention to all the linemen, and there's a good 10 to 12 linemen that are going to go in the first round easily. One of them, Swan, I think, and there's a left tackle that I forget. He's out of Ole Miss. I forget his name, but they both look pretty good. Now the wide receiver though, is something Green, or either his last name's Green or his first name's AJ.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
AJ Brown. You talking about AJ Brown from Ole Miss?
Yep, that dude.
He looks nasty. It's awesome. I wish that I didn't need linemen so bad. And if he was available, I'd be tempted. But
you're telling me.
Yep.
I want other people, but I see them linemen are like, yeah, I need that. I need all of them. Give me all of them. I trade all my players. I got to start with the line because they're bad. Berkey, what are you seeing some people in there that really interest you that you might look forward in the draft? I know you've looked at it.
Well, there's a lot of intriguing pieces. I don't need receivers, but there's about 6 of them that I would draft. But offensive line, I mean, I need pass rushers. There's some in there. I'm not going to show names because you guys already know. And I can't think of them off the top of my head either. But there's a lot of talent. And
let me ask this: what's going to be your strategy going into the draft, Rabbit? How are you gonna go to the draft, look for a sheet, you're gonna write it down, or are you just gonna? How are you gonna do this for yourself?
I was probably gonna try to put it on like a Photoshop document or a WordShop document to kind of go down and use during the draft, and maybe even use that to kind of set my draft board in game too, to try and level players in there. So
the good news about me and you is we're in NSL and ASL, and we only have to make one draft board.
Right. And I was, speaking of that, I think whichever one is first. I don't know if it's that fair if we know which are stars and quick or whatever, but who knows? I thought about
they're all showed. So, Breaky, what's going to be your plan? How are you going to get this draft set so you're going to get the right guys that you want?
Well, I have the 2 first-round picks, so the way it's looking for me, my first-round pick is going to be top 15. So I'm probably drafting no lineman for sure.
Your line is great, man. You got
the other one's going to be a luxury pick. Going after that, man, I usually just wing it.
You just wing it, okay.
Everybody knows.
All right.
I draft by names now. Just be like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Sweet, perfect.
King, who's somebody you're looking at, and what's going to be your draft strategy? How are you going to make sure you get the people you want going for it? As it's going to be really hard to look at a draft unless you have 2 Xboxes, 2 TVs. Look at what the draft people and look at it's going to be nearly impossible. What's going to be your strategy?
Right now, my thing is really deciding what I want to do with Russell, because he's either leaving in free agency or I'm going to trade him. That's how it's going to go down. So what I want to do right now, what I'm thinking about is if there's a late round quarterback I can get that's developmental that I like, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and I do have a first round pick as well. I haven't really looked too much into the quarterbacks, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I know everyone's going to be shooting for linemen and all this other stuff. If I can sneak in there and grab someone that's really fucking good on a cheap deal, build this team with my money in other areas, I feel like that might be the way to go, because I don't like playing with Russell. I never have in Madden.
That's crazy.
I don't like scramblers. That's not my thing. So I want him gone. So
I believe you picked up Russell Wilson last year at the end of the year.
I did. Yeah, I did. And I did not like it.
Diego, I know you like to get into these Madden leagues. I know you like to you go all out. What's your is there anybody you're particularly looking at with any positions? And what's going to be your draft strategy? You gonna?
I think what I'm gonna do is I haven't looked at it yet at the draft yet. But I think what I'm gonna do is I think Suggs might retire, right?
He should.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need to replace him. That's the priority.
Bosa.
If he doesn't retire, I might just go with the best available guy at the moment, whatever position it is.
Okay. What's going to be your draft strategy? I'm curious to hear what you're going to do.
Say again, Jay?
What's going to be your draft? You're just going to write down who you want, write down some statistics?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be writing everything down. Everything's going to be written down because I got a bad memory. I got to write it all down. And but I also wouldn't mind getting myself. Actually, you know what? Depending how Lamar plays towards the end of the season, when he comes back, if I don't see this guy playing too well, because I'm playing better with Griffin, I'm not saying I'm going to keep Griffin, but is Lamar tradable after this year?
3 years, homie. You got to wait 3 years.
Oh, 3, okay.
He's hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. Which is part of the problem with scrambling quarterbacks.
Yep.
I mean, he lasted pretty long, but
Country Kane, any positions, anybody you're looking at in particular, and how are you gonna draft? You gonna do a draft board? What's your plan here going forward?
I'll probably set up my own individual draft board, but I'm definitely gonna be looking for a pass rush. Not having Khalil Mack, I'm definitely feeling it.
Hey, according to John Gruden, they're really hard to find. It's like impossible. It's like if you ever had one, you wouldn't give them up. That's the thing. If you ever had somebody that's like Khalil Mack, you just don't want to trade them because they're that good.
But yet he did it.
He did it. One of that. Khalil's on fire this year. He's trying to prove something.
At least you do have 2 first-round picks coming up the next 2 years. So
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you're starting out 0-4, you have a good chance at Ed Oliver or the Bosa brother. So you might get some pass rush quick coming up here. So problem is Marv's doing pretty well. I believe he was 3-1, so he might be a late pick. My strategy, I'm getting my friends over here. We're gonna have a whiteboard. I'm gonna have call it in. We're gonna have everything. I'm gonna have names written down. We wiping them off. It's gonna be crazy. No, I'm just playing out. I'm gonna have definitely a draft sheet. Like I said, I'm gonna have who I want on there, and I'm gonna at a certain point, I don't care about attributes anymore. I'm gonna have them in tiers. I'm gonna have these are the positions, tiers, draftable, and I got a good plan. So that's gonna tier, mid tier, low tier. We'll see what happens, and because I'm not gonna have time to go back and look at stats and attributes at this point. I'm just gonna want BPA. So on lineman. I do hope.
Wait a minute. The Browns are coming back. Baker Mayfield's on fire right now. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it.
Oh, Browns supposed to be a lot by 3 tonight.
Is it?
It's about to be a party in Cleveland, dude.
Yeah, Browns supposed to be a lot with 3.
Oh man,
3 tonight.
They are.
Baker's on fire. He looks like he only missed 6 passes, almost 200 yards already.
Baker should have been the starter.
Not a single first team rep in training camp. not a single first team rep in training camp. The number 1 pick. Hugh Jackson is an idiot. You guys watch Hard Knocks? That dude's a fucking idiot.
He is an idiot. All right, last thing before we go, I want to announce we're going to try and do a live draft podcast. So hopefully we can get that.
Draft?
Yeah, during the draft.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's going to be a little bit hard for me. I'm going to need as many people in here as possible because I've got to obviously draft myself. I can't just be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So I'll need.
Bet you if you want to do that.
Yeah, so I would. Yeah, so but that's something we're going to look forward to this year. I don't know if how many of you. Well, it was an ASL game, so I doubt many of you caught it. Me and Coach did our start off of our announcing games. It did not go perfect, but it went, and we're gonna adjust that going forward. I couldn't watch half the game, and then Coach was giving away Bates. He was giving Bates half the calls, so that was kind of.
That's what happened last time. Remember?
So we're gonna eliminate giving the opponent the calls. We'll try to, and hopefully we can. I was trying, like, I could not watch the game from, and I'm on 2 different internet sources here, and none of them were connecting. I have my phone internet, which is usually stable no matter what, in my house internet, and, like, neither one of them were getting it. I don't know what the problem was. Maybe because it was raining outside. I don't know. It was just
hurricane coming on by too.
I don't know. It was rough. But hopefully that's something we're going to try to bring into NSL. So if you got a game you're interested in, please let me know. Rabbit, we would love to do one of your games. So that would be cool. Other than that, that's all I got. Anything y'all want to say before you go? No? All right. Well, appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.